Hi everyone, welcome back to another crochet tutorial. In today's video we are going to be learning how to make my new crochet wrist warmers, and I wanted to make some wrist warmers and I also made a headband to match it, which you will see right now. This is the matching headband that you can find in the link below into the description box if you are interested in making this set. I thought I would make a cute and adorable and very fashionable set for you guys, and I'm so excited because I've never done anything like this before. And these gloves are seamless. You just need to make one. You need to learn how to make one and you can make the second one. And there is no left thumb and right thumb, you know, needing to learn how to make the left and the right, which I really like. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Do not forget to subscribe before you forget, and if you would like to download the pattern, it is below into the description box as well. And let's get to it. For today's yarn, I am going to be using this beautiful gold yellow colored Caron yarn, and this is a number 4 worsted weight yarn. This is by the 1 pound collection that they have. You can find this at Joann's, you can find this at Michael's or any craft store nearby that may sell Caron. And for today's hook, I am going to be using a G7 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. To begin, you want to create a slip knot. To begin, you want to chain 28. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Now what we want to do is slip stitch the first and the last chain made together, and we will now be working in the round. You want to chain 1, and I'm going to take the straggler behind that's right there, and I'm going to crochet over this, and you want to 2, so then later you don't have to worry about tucking in any odds or ends. To begin, single crochet into the same chain as where you made your first single crochet. Whoops. And you're just going to pull that through and do a single crochet. You then want to repeat this all the way around, putting 1 single crochet all the way around, and you will have a total of 28 single crochets when you get to the end. Now that we've come all the way around, you do not want to join with the slip stitch to the first single crochet because we are going to be working in the round. But this is what your work will look like. Into the very next stitch where this first single crochet is, you want to join with a single crochet. And I like to do this semi-tightly because I don't want to leave a gap in between right here where these stitches are. There'll be like a little hole if you don't do it too tight. So I like to join a little bit more firmly. So as you can see, I don't have a hole right there, and that is because I joined, you know, with the tight stitch. So you want to put your stitch marker there. That is going to be your very first stitch. And the reason why we are working in the round is because we are doing 1 glove only. So therefore that means that, you know, we don't want to have a seam. So that is why you are able to make 1 glove, and it's basically a left and a right glove. As you can see, there is no line on the glove at all. And that is because we are working in the round. In the same stitch that we just did, we want to put a double crochet with that single crochet. into the next stitch, we are going to bypass that. Into the stitch after where we skipped, we're going to repeat a single crochet, and then you're going to put another double crochet into that same stitch. And I promise you guys, this pattern is so easy. It's going to be very mindless after a while. You're going to be like, you know, I don't even need this video anymore. It's so easy. I love this. I was like watching TV, watching Halloween movies, drinking my coffee, and I was just like, oh my god, this thing works up really quickly, and this is why I love this pattern. Skip the next stitch, and into the stitch after where we skipped, we're going to repeat a single crochet, and then we're going to put a double crochet into that same stitch. Skip the next stitch, and into the stitch after, repeat a single crochet and a double crochet. What is that outside? The next stitch you're going to skip, and into the stitch after, you're going to repeat a single crochet and a double crochet into that very same stitch. And that is going to be the repeat from here on and throughout. And you're going to skip a stitch next, and then after you'll repeat your single crochet and then your double crochet into one stitch. So I am going to repeat this until I get to the end, and once I get to the end I will come back and we will end round 2. Okay, so I've come to the end, and you want to have 14 of these single crochet and double crochet mini shells, and this is what the work looks like. I really like this because it has really great texture, and my husband even fell in love with it. He said, babe, this is a really cool stitch, and I said, it is, huh? It is a really cute one. So when you have come to the end, you want to skip this next stitch. You will have one left, and we're just going to remove our stitch marker. You want to remove that, bypass the stitch, and into the single crochet that is our very first single crochet double crochet right there, we want to join with a single crochet and a double crochet. And that is like really the repeat from here on until we get to the armholes. After this very first stitch where we had joined 2, you're going to work into the single crochet, not this next double crochet, because you will never put anything or work a double crochet at all unless I say so. So right here where this next single crochet double crochet is, you're going to work a single crochet and a double crochet into that very same stitch. And then there's the double crochet, you'll skip that, and into the next available single crochet you're going to work a single crochet and a double crochet. So no, you will never ever put anything inside of a double crochet unless I say so. Again, skip the double crochet, and into the next available single crochet you'll put a single crochet, double crochet into that stitch. Bypass that double crochet, and into the next available single crochet put a single and a double crochet. Skip the next double crochet, and into the next stitch where the single crochet is, work a single and a double. Okay, so that is going to be the repeat here on and throughout. You're going to repeat what you did with round 1 and also with round 2, where you're just working the singles only with a single and a double crochet. And then when you get to the end where this stitch is right here, you'll of course work your last single and double right here. You'll just remove this and then join with your single and double crochet, and then just keep working in the round, and then you'll be working that until the end of row 10. Okay, so we've come to the end of round 10, and you want to remove your stitch marker. Now this is your very first stitch of round 11, so you want to single crochet and put a double crochet into that same stitch. And of course, don't forget to put your stitch marker, because you know, you may forget where your first stitch is. So into the next 4 stitches available, you're going to put a single crochet and a double crochet stitch. If you guys can hear nails, that's Hazel walking around on my hardwood floor. So there's 1, 2, 3, and here's 4, and then we're going to do one more single crochet and double crochet together into the same stitch. Okay, after you have done 5 single crochet and double crochet stitches together, you're going to chain up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to bypass 1 and 2 single and double crochet stitches, so skip 1 and 2, and you're going to join with a single crochet. If you guys can hear Hazel's nails on the hardwood floor, oh my god, please excuse me. He cracks me up because he's like, he doesn't know where to go. He's got a bed made, but he just doesn't want to go sit in it because he wants to just walk around and be nosy. So after you have joined with your single crochet, you're going to put an additional double crochet into that same stitch. So now you want to put 1 single crochet and double crochet stitch into the next 6 stitches, and you will have a total of 7 at the end. So there's 1, 2, and there's our third one, and there is our fourth one, and then here is our 5th, and here is our 6th, and here is our 7th. So you want to have a total of 7. That's including that single crochet, double crochet to join stitch where we did our little finger hole. So we have come to the end of round 11, and pretty much from here we're just going to continue to work in the rounds, putting a single crochet and a double crochet. So we are now on round 12. I'm gonna put my stitch marker back in there. And we want to put 1 single crochet and double crochet into these first stitches at the beginning, and when we get to the chain bridge, I'm going to show you guys what to do next. So these first stitches that you have to work into, go ahead and work through them. Now that we've made it right here, we have a chain 5. So what you want to do is skip this very first chain that's right here. So this is the double crochet. This is the double crochet stitch right there. So don't get it confused as a chain. This stitch right here is what we want to bypass. So into this next stitch after that, so that's the one we're skipping, you're going to jump to this stitch and work a single crochet and a double crochet into the same stitch. Skip the next stitch and jump to the stitch right here and put another single crochet, and then you want to put a double crochet into that same stitch. Skip this next chain and jump right here to the single crochet, and then you want to put your double crochet into that same stitch. So now you want to work a single crochet and a double crochet into the last remaining stitches right here, which are the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches, and you will have a total of 7 here. So I'm going to go ahead and work this off camera, working a single crochet and a double crochet into every single crochet. Okay, so I've come to the end of round 12, and I have just taken my stitch marker out of the first stitch, and I'm going to continue to work a single crochet and a double crochet into every single crochet in the round. I'm going to just pop that back in there. I don't want to lose my spot. And like I said, yes, you're going to continue this from round 13, which is the current round that I'm on, working a single and double crochet into the same stitch into every single crochet until the end of round 17. Alright, so we've come to the end of round 17, and you want to remove your stitch marker, and what you want to do now is slip stitch to the first single crochet. Now this isn't necessarily going to level out your work, but what I'm going to show you in a minute is going to level it out. So what you want to do is pull up your slip stitch sort of high, and we're going to be doing what's called a reverse single crochet. If you've never done this before, this can take a little bit of time to get used to because you're working this way instead of working this way, and especially if you're right-handed, this can be very tricky. If you are left-handed, it's probably going to be a piece of cake for you. So what you're going to do is pull your yarn up where you slip stitch. To do a reverse single crochet, you're going to take your hook and flip it downward into the stitch before, and you're going to pull up a loop, and then you're going to single crochet through both loops. Whoops. And it is a little hard to do it. It just takes some practice. Then you're going to go into the next stitch, which is that single crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to go into this next double crochet right here. So go in, pull up a loop, there's 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. So it's like a single crochet, but you're working it backwards. You're going to go into the next stitch, which is that single crochet, yarn over, pull through 2. Go into the next available double crochet right there. Okay, pull up a loop, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. Go into the single crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Go into this next double crochet. Okay, and it gets faster. It's a little different. It is rather uncomfortable, especially if you're right-handed. And it starts making these crab stitches, is what they're known to be. Now if you're having a hard time with this stitch, you could just chain up 1 and single crochet around. I like this for the decorative purposes, and if you are really set on learning the stitch, please go ahead and find a in-depth crochet tutorial that shows you how to do the reverse single crochet. You know, I'm not the best explainer in the world, and I know I'm not the best out there, but if you feel like you can't learn from me, then feel free to pause this video, favorite it, and come back to it later after you've watched a crochet tutorial on how to do this. So I'm going to continue to work 1 reverse single crochet all the way backwards until I get to the very first stitch where we had started, and you want to have 28 reverse single crochets. Okay, so I've come to the double crochet that is next to the very first single crochet where we were putting our stitch marker. So we have one stitch left. This is a 27th reverse single crochet. So we're going to go into that single crochet with a reverse single crochet. Okay, and here's where it gets tricky, because you're probably like, well, what am I supposed to join to? So you want to take your hook out of where your loop is, and what I like to do is come from behind where this first reverse single crochet is. Can be a little hard because, you know, these are reverse single crochets. What I like to do is put the hook from behind my reverse single crochet, pull that back, chain one, and then finish off and then tuck in my ends. And you want to tuck in your ends on the inside over here. Alright guys, so there is round 18 right here, which is where the reverse single crochets are. I like how it gives it that neat border. It looks really cool. I really like it. Alright guys, and there is our reverse single crochet all the way around. I really like the feel and the look. Alright guys, and there is round 18 where our reverse single crochet is. I really like the look of it and the feel of it. It's really neat. So as for the other side right here, all you have to do is just join your yarn. You can join wherever you feel comfortable or wherever your heart desires, and you'll just join your yarn and use your favorite joining method, and then you'll work the opposite way just like you did up here where this reverse single crochet is. I'll give you guys a quick glimpse of how I did that, but all I did was join to a random place. I didn't really like choose anywhere specific. I need to sharpen those scissors. So what you want to do is take your hook, and where these single crochets are, you can join your yarn. I like to tie a knot. If you've done my crochet tutorials, you guys know that this is my favorite joining method. Sorry you guys, that was my son. And he has autism and he likes to scream from time to time. So what you want to do is take your hook, run it through the stitch, chain up one, and then go into the next chain and work a reverse single crochet. Whoops, camera moved there for a minute. And you're going to go into the next stitch, work another reverse single crochet, go into the next chain, work another reverse single crochet. And you want to work into every chain, and you will have a total of 28 chains. Oh, of course, 28 reverse single crochets, but you won't be able to count them, but as you go along you can count if you want to. Okay, so I'm going to continue to work this off camera, and when I get back to the very first stitch, I'm going to reverse single crochet into there, take out my hook and work it through the back like I did at the end, like how I showed you, and then I'm going to weave in my ends and we are all finished. And then we will get to the making of the headband, which I will show you in the end of this video on how that looks, and then you can go click on that video and watch the tutorial for that. So I will be back in just a moment as soon as I come to the end. Alright, and there we have it. There is our winter wrist warmers. And I hope you guys enjoyed this pattern, and I hope you enjoy the gloves as much as I did. They're very warm, very textured, very easy, and I really like the fact that you can customize these for any size at all. And they're also seamless, and you have to just make, you need to learn how to make one and not two. So that's another bonus for you guys. So therefore, I'm going to let you guys go, and don't forget to check out my tutorial that matches these gloves. This is my headband, and you want to click into the description box for the crochet tutorial on how to make the matching headband for these adorable warm gloves. So go ahead and click on that link below and make yourself a headband. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Please do not forget to subscribe and like this video and leave a comment below. Love you guys. Bye.